video, thumbs up. Come see us, 850 Industrial Road, Newport, Tennessee.
Today's video, we're going to meet one man who started from humble beginnings building a tiny house in his backyard and now has become a true champion for the tiny house movement, building hundreds of homes over the past 7 years. We'll get an inside look at his workshop, take a tour of a few of his finished tiny homes, and check out the tiny house village that he's developed on his property.
Hi, my name is Randy Jones and I own Incredible Tiny Homes.
So how did a guy who came from nothing end up with tiny house empire? Well, let's find out.
Right now, 3
Yeah,
years.
we've been here 3 years. October was 3 years.
Yeah.
Man, it's just amazing.
What do you say, brother?
Hey, hey, hey.
Just missed the snake killing.
Oh, there was a snake. Oh my gosh. Lord. Did he? He just left.
Who got it?
Tom.
Oh, okay. Howdy. You know what kind of snake it was?
Lynn said he thought it was a copperhead.
Oh.
Sometimes we have a team of 2, but normally it's 1 to 2 men. We'll build this house. This right here is a 30-foot, 10 by 30. He'll probably be on this about 8 weeks, and then we get it out the door.
They have 34 acres here in Newport, Tennessee. Randy started out in this location about 3 years ago, but he has been working on this project for about 7 years, and now he is in the process of erecting another building because they need more space to build even more homes.
All the meter centers are installed.
Wow, it looks like a drive-in. Don't it?
Yeah.
It looks like a drive-in.
All the meter centers are in. You can see it's got the grass coming up, which is nice.
Wow.
Yep.
So all the boxes are done.
The only thing done with those, they're all in, they're all wired, they're all connected, right? All we have to have now is 2 ground bars, 2 ground poles to do each one.
Okay.
And so we put them in, we'll call for inspection. So we're looking at probably calling in for inspection next week.
Next week.
So we're thinking all this will be inspected and done next week.
Wow.
And then Newport Utilities can come out wires. They'll set their transformer right on top of that,
Okay.
connect all their wires, and then we're ready to make them hot.
And behind me is our building that we build most of our homes in. We have 34 acres here in Newport, Tennessee. We started out in this location about 3 years ago. We've been in business about 7. We're starting to erect another portion of our building because we just need to build more homes. Also, we build anything. So somebody might come to me and say, can you build a 2-story tiny home? Can you build a hobbit home? And of course, you can see here's somewhat of a themed tiny home. Can you believe it? We use trees for rafters. We use live edge logs for window trim. And then we've also built our own circular doors. We take pride in the fact that our trailers are built very simple. A lot of tiny homes are overthought. I've always said that tiny homes are overbuilt. They think it through, they make it too complicated. So after over 700 homes that we've built in the last 7 years, we figured out that it doesn't have to be as complicated, and we almost build them like you do a residential home. So you got metal, you got your floor joists, all your mechanicals are in the floor, and of course now they're beginning to sheet it. And then you can see where we spray foam everything. This is a closed cell polyurethane spray foam. When I think of a tiny home, I don't think it should look like a box. I don't think it should look like a caboose. It shouldn't look like just a square figure, right? So right here you have it to where we try to make them look like a real home. This one actually has an eyebrow dormer, reverse gables, shed dormer. It's got siding, it's got bay windows, bump outs. This is like a big, massive home just shrunk down and has all the architectural value that a large home would have. Then the other new invention kind of that we come across is called our ESP tiny homes. And this is an ESP. It's made out of steel panels. It's like old door remnants, but we actually take the scrap of a company who makes steel doors. They cut it out for the glass. They're gonna throw it away. We take that and we build homes with it. super R value rated. We've been doing it about a year. It's engineered strong. We've trucked them across the United States. We're able to build them faster and cheaper than our regular stick-built homes. We could go on and on. I think we've got probably 50 homes here that are under construction, that are being built, finished up, tightened up. We got container homes, as you can see. It's like, where do we go? What do you want to see, right?
What's that like? We got electricity, water, sewer, and everything for our sales office.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, this is the beach.
Yeah.
This is Malibu Way. We piled all this dirt because we're going to plant our palm trees that Ann's got. She put all this in here. Yep. And then this is Laguna.
Yeah.
And we're trying to do some landscaping here a little bit. Now, what we did is all of that piled up dirt that was here, it's all leveled off. And so now we can sow some grass on there. Isn't that neat?
Beautiful. Look, Mark's over there.
Hey! All right, here we go. This is Jack. Yeah, a lot better.
Okay.
He's working on his house. And
Yeah. This is Jack Pine. Very nice.
see how you urethane this house right there, man?
Yes. Look how nice and shiny it is.
Isn't that beautiful?
His place looks beautiful.
Yeah. Look how it's shining on the side.
Mm-hmm.
I love this container. See the indirect light up here?
Yes. Gorgeous.
Look at that. Isn't that neat?
That looks really nice.
All right. And then we got, I say, isn't that neat? I say that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's quick. It's purple.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a big deck on the back.
Yeah. Beautiful. Down here at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
Aw.
Okay,
Oh my
girl.
goodness.
Look at Ace
Come
gonna
on,
run
Ace,
off.
Ace,
Come on, Ace.
Come on.
Ace,
Come
come
on.
on.
God.
Jeez.
Hold
Sorry.
it back. Come on, Ace. Ace. Got two dogs, man. There you are.
Come on, Ace. There's EJ's little tiny hobbit. Yeah, with the lights and everything.
That one.
Yeah.
I've always liked her to let her window down.
I like that at the bottom. I think that was for her dog so they can see out. That's cute. There's a container. There's Martha's container.
Yep. And then this is an 8x16 RKO right there.
Very cute. Very cute.
There's your ESP.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. Good evening.
Hey. People out walking around enjoying the night. It's so beautiful. Her house looks great. Cute little house. Yeah. People's moving and doing all kinds of stuff. And this is Tamarack.
Yep.
We're on Tamarack. There's one of Ann's houses.
Well, it's pretty, all that gravel around there.
Yeah, it sure is. She's got it nice. There's that one. Here's Cardi's. Look at Cardi's. Look at their place. I mean, that's the party house.
Yeah.
Will and Becky's and the Cardi's. Look at here. My God.
They put skirting around
Yes,
their bottom.
look
It's
at
all
their
rusty,
skirting.
all skirty.
The rustic skirting. Beautiful. 8x24. There's a Hobbit. Still looks great. 10x20. Beautiful.
So about 2 years ago, As we were selling our homes and on this 34 acres just building homes, we had a lot of people saying, hey, I don't know where to put my tiny home. I can't put it in my backyard. The zoning and everything where I live, they don't allow them. Do you have a place to put them? And I started thinking, I thought, well, we got 34 acres and I stand out here in the middle of this woods, and I said, you know what, if anybody wants to live here, I figured it up to be about $6,000 per lot. And I would say, hey, if you want to give me a deposit of $6,000, I'll give you 2 years free rent. You come here, that'll pay for the infrastructure. And then after that, you pay $200 a month to rent the lot. Well, we're now into our first year of their first free 2 years. And as you can see, we're sold out. And this is called the Forest. Around me, as you can see, the homes walking up here, all the different colors. The homeowners are putting decks on them. They're putting skirting. Here's some folks here that live here. They work for us too. A couple from Maine, they moved down. They decorate for Christmas. All right, look at this place. All right, so this is 10 foot wide, 26 feet long, so it's 260 square feet. This is the living room. And I always stress to all of our customers when I'm designing your tiny home or when you're designing it, make sure that you leave a living room area. So they've got 2 beautiful La-Z-Boy chairs. These are full-size La-Z-Boy chairs. Big screen TV, fireplace, and of course you can sell our beautiful decorations you got for Christmas, right? So then you got your other door that they've set up here on the side. You got their walkway. And then from there you go into their kitchen. Now their kitchen was a custom-made kitchen. We built these right here in our shop. This is a full-size stove, all right? Full-size microwave. And then we've also got the panels on the door of the freezer. Let's see how we open this up. Oh yeah, right? You can see all their food. But right here, you have these wood panels that match their cabinets, and that's a full-size fridge. Then you got a full-size drop-in farm-style sink. So everything here, you could have went to Lowe's or an appliance store, bought it here, and put it in a tiny home. And look, we can still have 2-3 people pass by each other, right? It's very open, and it doesn't give you that tiny cramped feel. So then we go from there, we go into the bathroom. There's your pocket door, which is great, right? Pocket doors are good in small spaces. Full-size washer and dryer stackable unit. And then they've got a full-size vanity, shower, toilet, and enough room in here to actually get around. Then from here, which is really noticeable about this home, is that the bedroom is upstairs and it's a full 2-story home. All right, so before I go upstairs, I wanted to show you a little bit what we've learned in the log cabin business and some other building we do. So there's a bedroom up here, as you can see, and these are 2 little doors that go up in, and they serve as a couple functions. They serve as well, you can, you know, pass through something if you like, but it also has airflow. So air can get up and out. To the right over here, we have a fan. And the fan, there's only one heating and air source, which is above the bathroom. And the air can blow through that door and out. And if there's still not enough airflow, we can turn the fan on and it brings this air into the bedroom, down the staircase, and it just keeps rotating. Over here, you got this beautiful staircase. And we try to make all our staircases custom because there is so much space in a staircase for storage. Now I'm gonna go up the steps, and this is the loft. This is still 80 inches, but it still gives us about 6'2" headroom up in the bedroom. All right, so here we are. We're in the bedroom here, the queen size bed. I bet you're probably wondering, where's the closet? The closet is over here. They've got shelving, places to hang up their clothes. Of course, it's not a big walk-in closet. Here's the door that you've seen from down below. Allows the airflow, maybe even keeping the lights downstairs. It gives a little bit of light up here. I think this house is probably in the mid 70s, maybe 80,000 if that's it. I just can't get over it's a tiny home.
Butternut.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Looking good, Cap.
This is the beach. This is what, Malibu?
Yep. This is Laguna.
Oh, Laguna. That's
Yep.
right. Laguna.
I mean, wow, man.
Look at the people that's living here now.
This is awesome.
Unbelievable. I mean, most of these are occupied.
Oh, yeah.
Probably,
I like the skirting.
probably show the spot where your mom's going to be. Right over here.
And we call it the beaches because in the future, we're going to start planting frost-resistant tropical plants here, bamboo, palm trees, all these different things that'll makes it look like the beach. It was actually built to be close together. So the home sites are only 30 by 40. And we encourage everybody to have their porches and decks out front. So it instills community awareness, together, talking to your neighbor. And that's what the beach was all about. We were asked if we have Airbnbs on our communities, and we do have Airbnbs. We encourage Airbnbs. So behind me is a 10 by 20. It's a design that we come up with. We've sold about 40 of that particular model, but it's also one of our ESP panel homes. A lot of people come here and stay in this when we're getting ready to design or build their home, and they can stay here and see what it feels like to be in a tiny home. So let me show you inside. It has a full kitchen, full bathroom, and what we love about this particular design, it's 10 foot wide, only 20 foot long. But it has a full staircase that goes up. You can have a king size bed up here, and you can have a pull out bed here. So it's a great Airbnb because you can sleep 4 folks. I live in a tiny home, been living in it for years. My biggest pet peeve is after years, these homes can start coming in on you. They're too small. You gotta step sideways to get through something. This here is a big enough room. It can accommodate up to 6, 7 adults easily and sit and not have a problem. In the kitchen, what I like about it is there's enough room for 2 people to pass. I've got a full sink, I got a cooktop, range hood, microwave. I got all the room that I need to function in a regular home. The only thing is, I took 2 steps from my living room to get here instead of walking down the hall, right? That's the only thing about a tiny home. I'm making less steps and I've got the same amenities. In the bathroom, we still have a full shower, a full toilet. You have a washer and dryer, closet, everything on this main floor, 200 square feet. And sometimes you come up here and you can think, it's like just 3 years ago, there was nothing there but concrete. And what I'm proud of is just the fact that it's the American dream. I didn't have any money. I didn't have any investors, no family money or anything. Just had a will, a desire, and a passion to make something happen. And literally, when there's a will, there's a way. So everything you see there was built with no loans. It was a matter of just proving yourself to people and being honest and saying, hey, this is what I'll do. If you believe in me, this is what I'll make happen. And there were several people that believed in what we could do, what I could do, and there you have it. You have 160 plus home sites, another 160 acres here. There's the Great Smoky Mountains in the distance.
Should be going right here.
We gave that house away.
Yeah, that house.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Yeah.
Love it.
This is where your mom will go.
I thought it was here. No, yeah, you're right.
I think it's right there.
Okay. A couple of them, I noticed, are waiting for the prairie.
Yes.
You know? They'll be doing some shifting here.
It's Michelle's. Whose house is that?
Somebody snuck that one in.
I don't know whose that is. I've forgotten it.
What about this last one? Remember we were asking about this?
Oh my God, this is who I wanted to find out whose house this is. Yes.
You don't have to have a lot to get a lot. So you can start at 0, you can start with a surplus. I started with a negative, all right? I had no materials. I had to borrow tools from a friend of mine. It was all I had. The first building I ever built with was a Sawzall and a skill saw. And I think I just want to make sure that everybody realizes that this came from nothing. And this is what happens when you work hard and you do what you promise and you do the best you can. you know, and this is what happened. So the number of homes we build per year probably range between 125 to, sometimes we just signed a contract with a developer of 50 more homes. So we're hoping we're going to hit about 225 this year in 2022. We got a little under 50 employees now. It's just crazy. I mean, it started out with just me 5 or 6 years ago. Well, how we price structure everything here is we have certain models to choose from, but these models are custom. All right, you can customize these models in any way you'd like. And so we still offer a home at $20,000 like I started. And I hope to always offer a home at a really discounted price for somebody that needs something. Now, it doesn't have all the amenities in it, but we also build homes that are over $100,000. And everybody always says, you're selling them too cheap, too cheap. And there's just something about the tiny home industry that I don't think it should be super expensive. It should be affordable for everybody. Young people starting out, people that are getting to retirement age. I've always seen if I can make a living and I can sell an affordable home that people can afford, it's going to be easier for them to buy from me instead of getting loans, all this stuff. And they're happy, I'm happy, and it's just a win-win for everybody.
I hope you also did enjoy it. If you did, please subscribe to our channel, and I promise you will see a lot more of those amazing houses that change the way we live and enjoy the environment around us. Until the next time, have a great week, and thanks for watching.